Hello, welcome to the Strategic Advisor Board. I'm Dr. Bruce Rippee with All Things Health and Wellness. If you want to get in contact with me, you can ask me questions directly, drbruce@brentmed.com. That's the best way to do that, drbruce@brentmed.com. Remember, we're trying to bake wellness into the fabric of your culture. It's one of the greatest things you can do for your employees and yourself is to be healthy. That really is important. Let's talk about vitamin D. I think you've heard a lot of that recently because of its effect on our immune system, and it absolutely has all of that. There are some studies out of Indonesia. If you just type in vitamin D Indonesia, I think you would be very impressed with that. One of the greatest things, Linus Pauling is known as the vitamin C guy, right? He was taking vitamin C, he was working still 12, 16 hours a day at 94 years old when he finally passed. Unbelievable, though, that he was that healthy. His most interesting research actually was done on vitamin D. You hear him about vitamin C because it's very effective, it's very important, and we need to take extra of that. But vitamin D was actually his research. If you want to look some of that stuff up, which is, they're still using it today, by the way, it was so well done. Vitamin D, Linus Pauling. Dr. Pauling was well known, though, actually for vitamin C. He's one of those guys that wanted us to take several grams of this every day, mostly because it was no longer in our diet. We weren't consuming enough of it. All right, so vitamin D, what is it? Well, there's some problems with vitamin D. If you live in the northern hemisphere, you're going to have at least half the year where there's no way you can get enough. It's too cold. Trying to expose yourself to that kind of sunshine and so forth to be able for your body to produce it is going to be difficult. So supplementation is very necessary. It used to be more in our diets than it is, but it's just not anymore. And you understand this is for bone integrity. This is for neuromuscular function. This is for normal inflammatory responses, muscle strength, calcium absorption, immune function. This is a really important one of these vitamins. The great news is that you can find it in a gummy form right now, and you can just smack it down. It really does work well. 125 dihydroxycholecalciferol or vitamin D3, the active form, is what you're after. There are some vitamin D2s that you can get in your diet with mushrooms and so forth. They're excellent. It's really important that you do that as long as you're not allergic. It's a really good idea. Here's the problem, though. You're simply not going to get enough of it. And in my opinion, because all of our work is indoors now, we really need to supplement vitamin D3. And people talk about, well, how much should I do? I talk about 5,000 IUs. That's what I personally take. I would suggest you check with your doctor, not necessarily the medical side. Remember, medical is awesome for rescue. They're fantastic. I would talk to a nutritionist, a chiropractor that's had more nutritional studies and so forth like that. Just more of an expert on the nutritional side for that part of your health and wellness. Healthcare providers, nurse practitioners, and so forth that have had studies, extra studies in nutrition and are capable of knowing the best information for that. Medical doctors are for rescue. They're fantastic for that. I love them. My son is one. So I want you to know that that's not what I'm doing here. I just don't want you to go ask somebody that may not have all the answers for you. Okay. So I would highly recommend a gummy vitamin D that you have on your desk that you consume some of every day. Make it part of your diet, make it part of what you do. I think you'll do a lot better that way. So I will talk to you on the next video as we go through what these supplements are that I think you should have. But in the meantime, be an example of what's possible.